Hey beauties, we've got coffee. She is pumpkin spice.
Oh my god, when I tell you, I'm so in love with pumpkin, the flavor pumpkin, especially when it comes to my coffee.
Like if you put basic fall girly into the Google search, I was gonna say dictionary.
Sorry, where?
Google search. Christy pops up. I didn't tell you to do it, but you could try. If you don't like pumpkin coffee, I'm not judging you. But I'm not judging you. Just kidding. Today's episode. Oh, did I say?
Oh my god.
Welcome to Coffee and Chapters. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Today's video
It's gonna be so fun, so cute, so fancy fresh, so peachy.
I'm gonna have the best time ever doing this video. I am going to give you my 5-star reads. Not all of them, but a few of them that I really liked. And then I'm going to read 1-star reviews for you. Now, when I say this video is going to be just for kicks and giggles, you guys, okay? Opinions are opinions. Neither is higher than the other, but my ego might be a little hurt. When I see Larry do these, I'm always like, can't be that bad. I'm about to find out. First, we have...
Listen, Linda, listen, Linda.
Harry Potter was the one series that I was 24/7 thinking about. Okay? Do I like JK?
No. Bye.
And her beliefs? Bye. But I can separate the creator and the creation, and I will never not like Harry Potter. I don't know if you noticed, but I've literally got a snitch tattooed on me. The golden snitch. And I plan to have a whole sleeve from chestices, all the way down. When? I don't know.
Because I'm still trying to get a Jonas Brother tattoo of Joe Jonas's autograph on my arm. Anyway, besides the point.
I will read all of the books, okay? I will read Magnolia Parks, even though a lot of people are throwing her books away. I will read that book. I don't care what anybody has to say about it, okay? If I want to read it, I'm going to read it. But back to what the whole conversation was about, this series specifically, I think about just as much as Harry Potter. Swish and flick. Which I've read a good amount of series that I was like,
Oh my god, more books.
this one I'm like,
Give me the book.
I haven't even read the last one because I don't want to cry. I don't want to be like, oh, it's over. What do I do now? You know? I also don't want to be in a reading slump, but that's why I like to read books that I like. The book is Zodiac Academy. Okay, so this is the book in question. Can I see it bigger? No. Cool. Book in question. The Reckoning. So, let's go to our first review for 1 star. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. You know what else I like to do that's a little bit sneaky? I like to look at their highlights if they're not private and see what they highlighted and their notes and see what they wrote. Because sometimes they'll contradict. They'll be like, oh, not smutty enough. But then they'll highlight all the smut and they'll comment.
Oh my god, I'm hot. I'm sweating.
I'm like, huh, girl? You just said there wasn't enough smut. What are you doing? Also, I think a lot of these people, I am a big dark romance lover, okay? If you give me a rom-com, a dark rom-com fantasy, that would be my genre. Like, to a freaking T. Square up.
Give me a little bit of fluffy rom-com, like funny romance, but make it dark and put it in a fantasy world.
Love it. And a lot of these people don't read trigger warnings, I feel. And for that genre, for like dark stuff, psychological, I feel like trigger warnings are important. So if you're reading it and you're like,
Oh God, that looks dark.
Why would you continue?
if you're like,
Ooh, girl, I don't think I can handle that.
Why would you continue?
are you trying to test your limits? To each their own, girl. What I was going to say also, I think I might have already said, if not, I'm saying it now. If I did, you're hearing it for a second time. It's important though. This is just for funsies, all right? I'm not gonna embarrass anybody. I'm not gonna throw their name out there. It's just for entertainment purposes. Nobody's opinion is higher than the other. It's literally opinions. Okay, let's get started. For Zodiac Academy, The Reckoning, the first 1 star. It says 1.5 stars.
Ooh, she upped it a little bit.
What an absolute mess.
What garbage. I don't want to waste any more time on this series, so I'll summarize my feelings quickly.
So far, I've read 3 books in this series with the same thing happening in every single one. How?
She put that all capital with like a trillion question marks.
How the beep are you gonna write an 8-book series and have so many of them be the exact same thing over and over? It's absolute trash. I definitely feel like I wasted so much time and energy on this series. I'm so mad.
Listen, have you ever read Academic Rivals to Lovers, Enemies to Lovers, Bully Romance to Lovers?
Slow burn books?
Because slow burn, literally the whole book is tension. And if you're reading a bully romance, what do you think is happening? It's not called bully romance slow burn for a reason. You know? Anyway.
This is gonna be so much fun.
The next one, Harry Potter. I like the Half-Blood Prince better than all the others. Literally, you can see on mine all the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the book in question. All right, let's get to the 1 stars.
Okay, I'm gonna love this so much.
It's all for fun.
If Snape hadn't killed Dumbledore, I would have killed him myself.
Shots fired.
I'm not impressed. 1 star. R.I.P. Dumbledore, though. Honestly, that's pretty funny. R.I.P. Dumbledores. Lovely Bad Things. This is the thing about this book.
It is a psychological dark romance, and I feel as if a lot of people didn't read that, didn't know that. There is a back to a book for a reason. A lot of times, it has a little description. Or if you open the title page, if it's got like a dust jacket on.
Dust jacket? Dust cover. Dust jacket? We're gonna go with dust jacket. That sounds better.
It's got like a little blurb of what the book is about.
I'm just saying, I've seen reviews on this book before, and people were like wildly upset with the psychological darkness of it.
And I'm like, that's literally what the book is about. What do you mean?
Like, it even says on there, he's the devil, and she's his wicked game. And also read the trigger warnings, girly papa. Okay, that's the book in question. Now I will say this was a dark book. This was dark.
Most of the reviews have been upper 4 and 5 stars. On the book on Goodreads, you can see like what most people think it was. There's been very few with 1, and a little tiny bit more with 2. So I don't know what that has to say about me and my liking for books, or what it has to say about society, maybe. I don't know.
Someone said, "What the F was this? I was told this was dark romance, and now I feel lied to. Not once did I know what was going on."
Did you annotate it? I feel as if you needed to annotate it. I do see some highlights. Ooh, is it gonna be some muddy?
They rated it 1 star, but this they loved and wrote a comment that they loved it. It says, "It's the lovely bad things that steal into our thoughts in the middle of the night and tempt us across the line between good and evil. Those torturous, beautiful sins that provoke our deepest, most deviant desires. It feeds us in the dark, stroking a frail flame into an inferno we can no longer resist. She is my flame."
So we didn't like how like evil it was, but we liked that quote.
That's a pretty evil quote. We have Haunting Adeline. Five stars. All right. This is the book in question. This is a dark, dark romance. It's also a stalker romance, and it does have trigger warnings.
I feel like a lot of people did not read those trigger warnings because they're like, what did I just read?
Someone said, "I'm just gonna pretend like I never read it. Please play along. I'm traumatized." Once again, you book talk people make me want to die. Y'all need therapy. Not you telling people they need therapy for the books that they like. That's crazy. I read this book out of curiosity. Now I wish I just stayed curious. Honestly, that is such a valid review. Let me see if I can find any highlights.
Some of these people will highlight some naughty stuff, and then they'll be like, ah, ew, so yuck, how can you read this? It's literally corn.
And then they'll highlight it, and I'm like,
You seem to like it when you were reading it.
I didn't find any highlights available on that. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Did you know that Evelyn Hugo has breasts? Tatas.
Of the booby variety.
We ought to focus on that, says Taylor Jenkins Reid. And then we do.
Didn't finish. Maybe you should finish.
My life is ruined, thank you. Some of these are so funny. 7 Husbands of Evelyn.
Someone really read that and was like, I'm ruined. Oh my god.
The Inheritance Game. This was a fun read. Someone rated it 1 star and said, "I too will be expecting a surprise billionaire dollar inheritance as compensation for how much I suffered while reading this. Review to come." This is just a modern take on the white girl is very special, but no one knows why, and has to choose between 2 virtually identical white boys who are both in love with her for some reason. Whatever will she do? Also, I don't care about billionaires, so can someone give me 5 reasons as to why I read this? Ain't nobody in your brain.
I wish I would have never read it. I can't believe I wasted so much of my precious youthful 20s reading this book.
When I tell you there are so many people that highlight
Naughty stuff. Naughty.
and a lot of times they don't like smut, but they highlight it. And it makes me very confused. I'm not even gonna lie. The Never King.
We love a dark fairy tale retelling. We sure do.
This is the Peter Pan in question from the last video.
This is a 3-star. Was this book good? No. But was it good? Yes. And honestly, I like that. That's valid.
Major pick-me and not like other girls vibes. Maybe she wants to be a pick-me girl. The book was donkey. Waste of my time. Book talk led me on. Don't always listen to book talk, okay? Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Is that a song? That was ... really not good. Someone said that was quite frankly ridiculous, and it didn't even have good smut. Well, let's see what you highlighted, Miss Ma'am. We highlighted, we don't F the darlings, because effing darlings is what got us into this mess. We don't F the darlings, we just break them. You seem to like that little bit of smut. Someone said that was bad. On that note, I will probably be reading the next one. The next one is, oh, this is the last one, you guys.
Wow, look at us.
Slay. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. This is by Grady Hendrix. Did I show you guys the Never King book cover? Someone said I like peaches. You know, I could eat a peach for hours. Why does that sound so yucky? Facts about peaches. This person put facts about peaches in the review.
They said a raw peach consists of water, carbohydrates, fiber, and trace amounts of protein and fat. Peaches are a good source of vitamin A, B3, and C.
Why are we doing that? Spoiler! Chapter 35. Why is the vampire naked with a teenage girl? Why is Patricia so stupid?
Also, the Vampire Diaries, I know that Stefan and Damon are trapped in a teenage body, but they are old. Look up their ages. Elena is in high school.
Are we okay? Vampires more than likely are old, but more than likely, obviously, are trapped in the age they were turned. So it's a little bit of a complex when it comes to that, because it's like, yes, they're older, but their body is stuck at teenager. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why some people shouldn't like vampires, and that's why some people shouldn't read vampire books, because it's obviously more than likely going to be an old vampire and probably a young person. That was the video stretch.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. That was so fun reading my 5-star reads, 1-star reviews. Such a grand time. Once again, this was just for giggles. This was for entertainment purposes. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked the video, please thumbs up it. Okay? If you liked it so much that you want to subscribe, that would be great. And I will see you guys next Friday on coffee. We finished a whole cup. Hallelujah.
And chapters.
Bye, beauties.